A popular thing to do 4th of July weekend, anyway, or anytime you're celebrating, probably taking a boat out.
Ooh, yeah. One of my favorite things to do in the summertime.
Yes, especially in this area. Oh, I love it. I always like to, we would always vacation in Ocean City growing up and going over the bridge, the Route 50 or the Route 90 bridge, and you knew you were home because all the boats in the water.
Yep. I know.
They were ready. So, but you got to be safe.
Of course you do.
Yes. So that is why we are checking back in with the Coast Guard based out of Ocean City and the Coast Guard Auxiliary. They're just going to give you some tips, especially if you haven't gotten the boat out yet this summer. Yeah. You kind of, maybe you're forgetting a few things.
Just a little refresher. Exactly. And again, it's 4th of July weekend. People are going to be eating. People are going to be drinking a little bit. So just the extra caution.
Exactly. And
we don't want the Coast Guard to have to work this week.
No, exactly. So they have some safety tips and some reminders for you for if you're boating.
So generally the first warm days of May, we start seeing obviously an uptick in boating traffic. What we generally see is people anxious to get out of winter hibernation and back out on the water, enjoying everything that Ocean City and the surrounding areas have to offer. Boating safety for us is just making sure you've maintained that boat after being set up all winter. And then anything you've taken off, put back on. Life jackets, kill switches, radio equipment, all that stuff needs to be checked and maintained before you get out and operate for the season. Big thing we see as we're out doing our law enforcement is life jackets, which are a vital life-saving piece of equipment that you have to have by law and also for safety. So making sure all those life jackets are back on, they're the right size and they're well maintained. Then obviously just maintenance, basic maintenance of your engines and whatnot. We see a lot of uptick in loss of engine power and fuel filters clogged, things like that. That simple maintenance can help defer and help keep you out of a bad situation.
Normally people having a good time, not paying attention to not being aware of their situation and situational awareness, and that's how you get in trouble. That's how you run into things that you're not paying attention while you're driving. It's just like driving a car. You have to be aware of your surroundings.
And to follow up with that, it's knowing the area. If you're new to Ocean City, if you're in town visiting, it's great. You do have the rental boats, things like that, and we love that you're out on the water taking advantage of the area that we love. But we do ask that either get some information from the rental companies or use charts, use navigation, whatever you can to make sure you're operating in a safe manner. Obey speed restrictions, only drive as fast as you feel comfortable, and just make sure that you're following good, basic, prudent seamanship. If got to remember, boats don't have brakes like your car does, so making sure that you're operating in a safe manner. And then paramount to that is we're always here. If you do have a radio or cell phone, you can call 911 or channel 16 on the Marine Band radio. Coast Guard will always answer. We're always staffed and ready to go. So as soon as you need us, feel free, please give us a call. We'll be there to help out in whatever way we can.
Well, you asked if they have life jackets on board. They said, sure, we got. They're under there, all wrapped up in a locked compartment. That's not readily available. We'd like to see them either wearing them or have them in a place that's extremely accessible if they need them in a moment's notice.
Just like driving your car, 0.08 is also the threshold. So while you can drink and boat, we ask that the operator, abstain from drinking while you're out. Don't drink and boat. It's not a great idea. But if you do, be aware that you can be fined and or arrested for boating under the influence, just like you can for driving under the influence. So we ask that if you're operating that, just abstain until you get back to the dock. File a float plan. So what that means is let somebody know where you're going, when you plan to leave, when you plan to be back, an alternate contact number if you have one. And if you don't have anybody local, feel free to call us. Google, we're on Google. Look us up, call us. You can talk to us here at the station, and we can keep an ear out for you. And if you don't get back when you plan to, it gives us a place to start looking for you. As a Coast Guard member, we can't do what we do without the support of our auxiliaries. So what they offer boating safety classes, which are amazing. They offer free vessel inspections. And that'll actually, while not a get out of jail free card for us, if we do pull up to do a boarding on you and we see that vessel safety sticker that they give, it's going to make the process a whole lot quicker, because we know and we trust them. We know that, hey, they're doing their due diligence. So we may say, hey, let us see a life jacket, and that'll be advice going through all the requirements. Just remember, folks, boat smart, boat safe. We're here 24/7. That's what you pay us to do, and we love doing our jobs, but not having to go out and get you is just as fun as having to go out and look for you.
All helpful hints, and I'm glad you brought up too. You're like, maybe you're drinking on the boat. Just remember, it is a moving vehicle of sorts.
Yes, it very much is. Yeah. And again, we want them to be able to have a relaxing 4th of July as well.
Yes, yeah. I believe when I was speaking with the Coast Guard, they were like, we don't want to work. Not because they don't want to save you.
Right,
but
they don't want to have to.
No, they want to be bored.
We want to make their job easier.
Exactly. So let's make it the most boring holiday for the Coast Guard.
We can do it.
We can do it. But coming up, I've been so excited for this one.
I know you have.
I know. And
and I'm excited for you for this.
Thank you. It's because I'm a Marylander, and Marylanders love a few things: crabs, football, and Katie Ledecky. We're checking in with her when we get back.